Are you ready? 3, 2,
let's go.
1, let's go!
Hey guys, welcome back, Bushcraft family, with another video. But this is a challenge video, and it's a challenge that I have done in the past. I think 3 other times, something like that. Try to do it at least yearly, just to bring awareness to it. And what it is, it's my prepping library challenge. Basically, I'm going to challenge 3 people, or 4 people, or 5 people, whatever the case may be. But you want to at least do 3 to 5 other YouTubers, and you challenge them to show you their prepper library. And the prepper library could be anything from gardening books to, prepping books, survival books, cooking books, whatever actual books that you do have that you would consider to be very useful if, said grid goes down, or, a shift thing happens, or you lose power for a few weeks and you just can't pick up a thing and say, hey, Google, help me figure this out. And I think it's very important that we use some of these books, some of these older books to show us and other people, how to survive. And doing this, and just, show what books you have. I've got a pretty good size collection of just, books for just surviving. Anytime I see them at a yard sale, flea market, Ollie's, whatever the case may be, Okay, so let me go ahead and show you my books. And I'm actually going to show you a little bit more. And for those who I'm challenging, you only have to do 3 to 5 books. And unless you want to do more, then do more. But our first book we're going to do, and it's green book, so you won't be able to see most of it. I don't know why I always pick green books. This one is Natural Cures and Gentle Medicines that work better than dangerous drugs or risky surgeries. And there is some really good stuff in here that I've found. Just things you would not even think would be so helpful. But this is a very good book. It's packed with a bunch of stuff. Doesn't have much pictures in it, so you actually have to read. There's exercises, how to loosen up your organs in your body by doing certain stretches that help them work better. Really good book. Let me find a place to set all this stuff. Again, another green book. But I thought this was an interesting book that I bought for 50 cents at Goodwill. They had a bin full of them, so I was like, oh, outdoor woodworking. 16 easy-to-build projects for your yard and garden. And there are some interesting things in here. I've already used one of the ideas. Some of this stuff is really beautiful. Gives you details on how to make it all, and look at this. And just making it with fences and stuff like that, fence posts, and really cool stuff. Something good that gives you ideas of how to improve your garden and stuff. Put that down there. Now, this one I had to order special, but well worth it. Turmeric, I got it, and healing spices. Now, it says remedies for health and well-being. That's a perfect way to put it. That way you don't get in too much trouble and everything. But I found out so much information about turmeric itself. You know, if you just take turmeric, yeah, if you just take it by itself, some people it can actually have an opposite reaction, and it'll make them worse instead of better. You know, the one ingredient that you have to add with it to make it your body absorb it, pepper, just pepper. Yep. And there are so much more just other than turmeric in there. There's so many, and it has pictures. There's recipes and all kinds of goodies. And you'd be surprised. There's a recipe for deviled eggs in there that you put herbs and stuff in there, and it's really good for healing and other things. Great for digestion. So, imagine Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving dinner having a deviled egg. Sorry for the traffic; it's been bad here lately. If somebody has digestion problems, you give them said deviled egg, and it helps them digest their food so much better. Just little ideas like that. And I think I've shown this one before, but I think it's a good thing to bring up again. Mushrooming without fear. Has a lot of great pictures in here of what to pick out. The good mushrooms and the bad mushrooms, the difference between them, and all kinds of stuff. Pictures, like I said, all kinds of different mushrooms in here. Really, really good book. Best roses, herbs, and edible flowers. Yeah, and it's good. Ollie's. Get some good stuff at Ollie's. And another book with pictures and everything in it. Again, rosehip. Excellent source of vitamin C and other things. Big book I got at Goodwill. It's a doctor's book. Food remedies. There's so much stuff in here. You just look for an element that you may have, and lots of information about every little thing. There's not too many pictures in here. It's a lot of reading, but it's something good to have on hand. Sometimes we may not feel like going to the doctor or something, and just look up at and see, and natural soap making book for beginners. This thing has helped me out a ton of making soap, and I don't make too much soap anymore. I used to make it more when my daughters were here. The face soap and all that stuff I used to make for them and stuff, and their friends at school was like, can your dad make me a bunch of that soap too? But this is excellent because you can't get all that information off of this thing. Have a book. Plus it has so many different recipes in here for making soap. Oh, excellent book. Harvest Time. This is a very interesting book that I found at Goodwill. Has a lot of recipes. Has different, like, some people think, oh, recipe book is not a survival book, but you have to eat. Duh. And like I said, this thing is the olds. It's not open in a can. It's not going and open a plastic container and dumping it into a crock pot. This is actual getting stuff from your garden and, cooking it. Like the old fashioned way of cooking your food. With that, the best of Amish cooking. Need I say more? And this has some really good stuff. It has preservatives, stuff where you do canning and everything. Here I was looking up potato cakes. I've got tons of different things in there. Fried tomato slices, tomato gravy, corn fritters, baked corn, giblet gravy, roast turkey. I mean, there's so much in here. And it's the old way, with ingredients that doesn't come in a can or the freezer. And one of my new favorite books to put in my prepper library is the Bible, the good book. All the answers is in here, so need I say more? I think everybody should have one of them. I'm not going to sit up here and beat you over the head with it or anything, but it's a good book to start with for your prepper library. I'll just leave it at that. And yeah, and those are some of my books there. I probably went overboard with too many of them. But now for who I will be challenging. Okay, before I give you the list of people who I had challenged, here is the rules. Basically, make a video showing 3 to 5 books, or you can go more, it's up to you, which you think will be useful, and explain why you like them and where you got them and all that kind of stuff. And then at the end of the video, challenge 3 or 5 people, YouTubers, to do the same. And, make sure you use the hashtag #MyPreppingLibraryChallenge. That way everybody can find the books and the videos and all that fun stuff. So, now that we got that out of the way, let's see who we are going to challenge this year. Somehow I think she has a lot of these types of books. So I'm curious to see what she has. So our first one is Andel Homestead. I really think she's going to have some good books. Our next one is Indiana Backyard Gardener. And she's going to have some good books too. And yeah, I really think Make It Make will have a good collection of books. So make sure we're checking out these videos when they pop up. I'll also share them on my community tab and all that stuff. And our next one, now I think, Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. Now, Lisa probably has a big collection of books. Jesse probably has, some newspaper comics or stuff like that, or some, comic books or something like that. I don't think he has that many books for this challenge, but we'll see. Anyways, our last one is going to be the Vineyard Chicks. They've done it before, so I want to see if they can come up with something different. And it's VC Family Homestead this time. So make sure you go and check all these channels and wait for their videos to pop up. Until next time, God bless.